It's the voice of the one and only DJ Scream, letting you know that you are now in tune to the Casual Flex, where culture meets sports and casuals are welcome. Now here's your host, Phillip Dukes.
Yo, welcome to one of the newest, the freshest editions of the Casual Flex. I'm your host, Phillip Dukes, aka Dukes the Scoop. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Dukes the Scoop. And make sure you go hit that like and subscribe button. Today, I got this is probably gonna be one of my favorite interviews based on the fact that we got somebody who already popping with the podcast. We got somebody who already popping in the city. And when I say the city, you know I'm talking about Atlanta. And then you got somebody who actually has valuable NFL experience, which is something that we want to know about. Mr. Daren Bates. Mr. Bates, what's going on, bro?
What's happening, bro? I appreciate you for having me on, my guy.
Man, I appreciate you for coming, man. Like, let me tell you something. Like, you got guys that come on and you got guys that's hard to get, man. Daren, like, man, DB was really, really just like, man, you know what? Anybody who's trying to come up, I'm with it. And I really appreciate that, bro, because there's a lot of places you could be, but you chose to be like, you know what? I got you. So thank you, bro.
But yeah, that's what the Raw Room platform built off of. Just, you know what I'm saying, myself and Jalen, you know what I'm saying, finally giving our little stories. And so when we bring people on, we want the people that's not, everybody might not know something about, but they got something special that you should know about. So when we bring people on, like, we want everybody to just see, like, hey, they got something special to offer. That's why we don't just keep it in the sports world, the football world. We want comedians, actors, country singers, rappers, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have, like, upcoming now, we finna hit. You're going to see about us upcoming, boy.
Man, look, all I want to do is, man, look, put me in the corner of the Raw Room. Just in the corner. Just put me right there in the corner, my boy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Man, so listen, look, we'll start here. So I went to Auburn, and by the time I got up out of there, Gene Chiswick was like, he was the D coordinator. When I left Auburn, Chiswick was the D coordinator. Mm. When you got there, was he the head coach?
Yeah, he was the head coach when I got there. He just his first year.
So I'm just going off of hearsay. And when I got my whole little thing or things I need to ask about, this is, why does Daren Bates not mess with Chiswick? What Chiswick do, bro? Just tell me, give it straight.
Well, I started like from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? He started out as your old school, just SEC coach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
He know the guys he getting some guys from certain areas, the trenches, that need to go talk to him about certain things. Certain guys that might not have came up with that, and I ain't talking about me. I came with my both parents in my house. So I'm talking about my partner and them. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't seen them have to go in the coach's office and have to talk to him about certain things that only maybe he and other people that he can connect with, they can help them. So after my freshman year, we go outside. My sophomore year, this is when we won the national championship. We at Cam and there, we do our thing. And then the following year, that's when we started seeing, you know, the facilities start getting changes, you know, so as far as, you know, the money come in. So we get new weight room, we got the new indoor, but not only did we get those things, we got new locker room, and also Chia's got a new office. Right. Now in the office, it didn't just come with his desk and a chair and a nice view. That came with a secretary that cut off the door before you get to him. Right. So when you wanted to come see Chiz, it wasn't no just walking the door to open door policy like it was in 2009. It became, you got to make an appointment. Right. So then the appointments would be like, hey, I need to go talk to Coach Chiz. All right, well, what can you see him? Like, what you mean? Right now? Like, oh, no, well, he's available at 11:30. You be like, I got class at 11:30. He'd be like, all right, well, you going to come see Chiz or you going to go to class?
Right.
What?
That's
you feel me? So it started with that.
Right.
It started with that. Then we go through my junior year, which is 2011. It was all right, smooth. We still had some guys, you know, Nico Thorpe, guys like that, leadership that was there previous year that was, you know, part of those juniors during the national championship run.
Right.
Then we get to 2012 where it's 5 seniors out there. You feel me? 3 of them playing. And that's it. Everybody else, he kicked off the team type because he wanted to run it his way. So then we get to after the LSU game, I want to say, because we should have won that game. And that's when he lost. I would say for me, that's when I know these young guys. You know what I'm saying? These young You feel me? You the old guy around. You know all these young. You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
Messi, Chris Davis, Ryan Smith. You know what I'm saying? All these boys is with me.
Right.
So they come and tell me like, hey, I don't like how bro moving. I can't tell them Messi is my senior. Thinking about getting to the league, like, hey, bro, just do it because I gotta just do it because this is my last chance. Right. They ain't looking at it like that. They looking at it like, man, I'll do it next year when we get another coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I gotta respect that with them. You feel me? So when that time got going on and it just got worse and worse and worse, and then when the funniest thing alive, when we play Ole Miss after we get out whoop, he come in the locker room and say, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna be at Auburn until I stay. So I swear to God, I lost it. In the locker room, we just got whooped. I mean, I like, yeah, but like he just lost the players, bro, because he just tried to be more than who he was. He tried to be the guy up the street. He tried to be Nick Saban, bro. You can't win one natty and think you him. You're not even right. Like, you know, he was on that type of vibe. So
now you know what's crazy though, because sometimes like, man, authenticity means so much more than having a friend sometimes. Absolutely. Like, I'd rather you tell me who you are. I'd rather you be yourself around me because at least at that point, I know what's coming. You feel me? Like, there's an analogy that I use all the time when I'm talking to guys. I'm like, look, bro, if I tell you it's a snake around that corner and you go over there and that snake bites you, it's my fault because I told you to go.
Yeah.
But if I tell you there's a rabbit around that corner, it's really a snake, and you go around that corner looking for a rabbit, you get bit by a snake, that's my fault. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying either one about Chiswick, but what I'm saying is sometimes like understanding who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with means so much more than what you think we want to deal with. And, you know, I wasn't there, so, you know, I'll be fair, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, taking your account of it, that's how it seems to me.
I mean, he wasn't the only one I ain't with now. Oh. He just one of two. I was there. It's only two of them, but everybody else cool. You know what I'm saying? Like Ted Roof, I never had no problem with. None of the offense.
Folks love Roof. Listen, Roof at Oklahoma right now getting folks.
I love Ted Roof. He, man, hell yeah. Trooper Taylor, Looper. I fuck with them boys, all them. Tommy Thigpen, hey, he kissed my ass all day long. I never.
You don't like that?
Never, ever.
Okay.
After an 18 tackle game, that man come and tell me, he told the whole linebacker room some shit, but he didn't come and tell me like, hey, after this, you're going to be working at FedEx.
Wow.
I mean, you're going to go back to Memphis, you're going to be working at FedEx. I was like, all right, bet. Got hot, walked my at the meeting room because I was about to go the fuck off.
Right.
All right, bet.
Let me ask you this. So for somebody like you, like, and for somebody like I see you, like sometimes it's hard, like, for people to recognize who somebody is, but I see who you are as a person. Like, what kept you, like, from really nutting up? Like, you know, because it's easy to get in your emotions and get in your feelings and go off, like, because you got to think so many people around us do that. What kept you from doing that? Growing
up in the city, bro, growing up in Memphis, like, and I was a hooper, so I came up like Memphis a hooper.
Hooper.
Yeah, I came up a hooper, bro. Like, that's all I did. I wanted to hoop. And come up in the city, that's what we did. We hooped. And, you know what I'm saying, around middle school, like freshman year of high school, I'm seeing all my partners and them 6'3", 6'4", dogs out there, ho. On the court, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep up with these boys, but you know, I'm still 5'10" out there, guard 6'2", you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn my way, but like, they ain't give a So I had to figure out, like, I'm finna go on that football field, but then I get on that football field the same way, like, dogs still out there, but they never gave me love, even though I'm scoring 12 touchdowns a game, still having 100 tackles in high school, still racking up 1,000 yards on offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, never showed me love, no all-state, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I went to 2 states, dominated, led the whole state in this and that. You know what I'm saying? Never showed me love. So, like, that always kept me motivated, always kept me pushing. You know, so we playing number 2, the number 3 team in the whole country in South Panola my senior year. You know, so I come 16 tackles, you know what I'm saying, 2 forced fumble interception.
Easy money.
No love. You feel me? Like, no love until to a month before signing day, then I get my Arkansas State. Then only reason I got Auburn because Trooper Taylor came to go see Big Tip, Auburn Phillip he was hooping. I'm on the basketball team, and that's how I got my football scholarship. You feel me? So like, I had to fight for this shit. Like when I be joking, like I had to fight for my life to stay in this league. Nah, I'll be joking, but I'm for real. Like, man, there's a lot of ways I shouldn't have been in here or I should have been out of the NFL, but you know what I'm saying? Your boy gonna rock that bitch out. Yeah.
Man, that mentality means so much to me on somebody who's like, bro, I'm not supposed to be no sports writer for 24/7. I don't got no credentials. What I got is some hustle and some want to. You feel me? So it's like, you know, when it comes down to that, like, what put that in you? Like, I know where my dog came from. Where did your dog come from? When we're talking about dog, anybody that's listening, we're talking about the want to, the fact that nobody can tell us no, that I'm gonna go regardless. That's what we mean by saying dog. And where your dog came from?
My mama, bro. My mama, her heart failed her. I want to say this was 98. We was 98, 99. We was in Oklahoma City for my sister AAU tournament. It was right after Oklahoma City bombing, because that's what we were down there touring that little area. My mama's heart collapsed on her basically. For 3 years, she had to wear a pacemaker, had to have something beat her own heart for her. You know what I'm saying? She had to send on a heart transplant list. I saw my dog fight, stay alive, stay here for me. You know what I'm saying? I was a young cat. You know what I'm saying? I'm 3rd, 4th grade type. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You think about your kid at 9, 10 years old losing his mama at that time. And she stayed here. She got a heart, stayed around, fought, did biopsies every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Took all the medicine, didn't complain. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I saw. You feel me? Worked to pay me to go to private school type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can go play football with the best in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I saw fight, never complain. You know what I'm saying? Never. Still went to work, still did what she had to do, still bought and did everything she wanted to do, and never complained, never asked for nothing. And like, that's who, when people try to realize, understand how you play in the NFL for 9 years and you never started on defense. It's like, I don't know, dog. It's like, I don't know how to tell you. It's like, dog. So it's like, that's where I learned it from. Like, that's the dog that I looked up to, my mama.
Man, you know, it's crazy. Like, I got really the same story in a way. My mom just passed away last January, and my mom took care of the whole hood, everything from College Park to East Point on the south side of Atlanta. Like, you know, my mom taught at Tri-Cities, taught at Creekside, handled everybody, everything, watching the road, you name them, they done stayed with us, or it don't matter. Mm-hmm. And what I tell people is like, hey, bro, like, when you see a woman who can do a whole lot more, put you first. Because when you get grown, you deal with women. You know what's going on. Like, you know what's going on. Like, man, you could have been out here doing a pair of everything. But you chose to make sure we were straight. You feel me? So now that means a lot, man. So it changed gears a little bit. We talk about your sister, and I heard that your sister, I don't know if it's the same sister, but I did hear that she was a hooper.
Yeah. Same sister. Yeah.
Hugh Freeze coached her.
In high school, yeah.
What do you think about Hugh Freeze with Auburn, and what type of impact do you think Hugh Freeze will have on Auburn?
I mean, the first part, I like him with Auburn. I think he knows the impact of what SEC football brings, and what even if he ain't never been, you know what I'm saying, around the Auburn campus like that, you know, prior to him coaching at Ole Miss, but he knows what Auburn is, you know what I'm saying? He done been around, he know what it is. So it's like he know he's not gonna Harsin this. Ain't finna come in just think he's gonna just do some shit or just not do some. Right. So I think he understand that. So it's like you get that check mark on that. You know I don't know. I said something about him winning, and people try to bring up some record, some bullshit. I don't know. All I know is I didn't see him win. I seen him win since 98, 99 up until now.
Been winning.
You hear me? So it's like, you ain't finna tell me otherwise. I don't care. And then the last part is the players with him everywhere he could be in. I just talk with Michael, or him and my son play on the same basketball team. So me and him be talking, and when they hired him, hey, we talking about it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing but good shit to say. So like, if I can respect what Michael Orr got to say, what I look like going out here looking at Twitter and thinking I care about what y'all say. Absolutely.
Come on, man. It's too much. And then when you think about it, like, so I met him on the South Side, like, you know, on some G, like just in passing, not even knowing I was finna meet him. I just met him. I was like, what's going on? I told him who I was or whatever. Man, the man treated me like I'm Philip Marshall or some big type, like, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, man. Ooh, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, all right, for sure. Like, I ain't lied to you. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. Like, did I'm thinking in my head, did I cap to him? Did I tell him I'm somebody I ain't? You feel me? Yeah. He treated me like that, which made me be like, oh man, they gonna love him over here. And when he went, and when I saw him at the high school, he was recruiting. All like, man, the high school at that point, it was probably 6 or 7 4-stars over there. And when the practice was over, I'm talking about North Carolina. Chiswick was there. No cap. Chiswick was there. Miami was there. Auburn was there. North Carolina was there. Alabama was there. Indiana was there. Like, it was schools there. All them boys, Georgia was there. All them boys went to go see him. Period. The man had on a broke windbreaker and some khakis. Like he was out there dripped up, man. He was
with the whole fit on.
Yeah. He was just over there in a broke windbreaker, and I call it broke because, you know, like,
Under Armour, that's why. Under Armour, trash as hell.
Man, listen, man. But them folks loved him, man, and the way he treated them, I saw him. I said, you know what? And I got text after that. It was like, dude, what you know about him? And I ain't lied to him. I said, I don't know a whole lot, but I feel like he wants to know about us. He wants to know what's going on our side of town. That means so much. Like, if you like, don't just talk to me about football. Want to know what's going on this side of town, because you might like, you've been to the A, man. You see these houses, like, we don't got no more projects.
Yeah.
Like, so you come out here, you see these subdivisions, like, okay, but now they going through some over there that you might not have going through, like, you might not see going, like, people going through and on the other side of town. So for him to come in and want to know, hey, what you got going on? What you got going on? Like, and not coming at you from a point of what your mama do, what your daddy do. Like, no, what you got going on? What are you going through?
Yeah, for sure.
No, I mean a lot. So, man, changing gears. You get to the league. What was your I'm in the league moment? Like, you just like, man, you come in. I used to watch you. 25, right?
No, 53 in league.
College.
Yeah, 25.
25 in college. I'm like, okay, I like it, bro, because he smacked. You feel me? Like, you got me cussing. I don't even want to cuss, man. Bates smacking. It don't matter. You see my boy Bates coming through. Faison, you gonna have to edit this. We here now. Look, I see you go to college. I always thought, I said, hey man, he lead. You feel me? I thought you and I like Bonds.
Yeah.
I like the other corner too. But outside of that, you get to the league. What was your, man, I'm in the league now. Like, what happened? Because nothing was ever too big for you. When you got to the league, what was your I'm in the league moment?
Man, I would say my first tackles on my first game against the Cardinals, against Javier Arenas. So that was great against Auburn, against Alabama.
Yeah, right.
Get that tackle, my first tackle. But I would say, bro, that's never gonna leave my mind is, bro, we playing Dallas. I want to say week 5, week 6. Edgar Jones. I'm playing punt. I was a right tackle. He going 1-on-1. He locking me up, and I ain't make it down the field.
Wow.
Am I embarrassed? Like, he put me that in the ground and like told me, like, hey, no, this is how you play football, rookie. Like, he told me after the game, like, hey, bro, I didn't see you on film. Like, you be running out, you running past everybody. He was like, I had to put you down, show you what's up. I'm like, damn. Okay.
How did that make you feel for somebody that, like, to get the one up on you and still give you game?
Man, at first I felt helpless as like the whole, like, it happened. I want to say it happened like first, second quarter. So the whole game, I remember Eugene Sims was trying to help me. He was my guard. He was like, I can give you a pick, and he trying to pick, but then the other dude coming, and it was just all getting messed up and da. So it was like, I just got to take the dude 1-on-1 every time, and he just dogging my
right.
And the whole time, like, I felt bad, like I damn near wanted to cry type. I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
You know, I couldn't get down the field. I couldn't make no plays. I know, and then you think about it in the back of your mind, like, I know on film, they're going to see this tomorrow. They're going to be like, what the fuck is Bates doing? He can't get off a block, da. But then when bro came and hollered at him after the game, he started hitting me and was like, hey, you got to start taking that mentality. Like, you a dog, but you got to start just abusing. You got to start doing the same they try to do to you. You got to start putting it on them. He's like, you do it, but you need to do it all the time. You can't worry about because he was 10 years in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know you're a rookie. I'm 10 years in, but you got to start acting like you 10 years in.
Right.
And that took off. And so
So
I respect Edgar Jones for putting my ass in there.
Man, listen. So you learned that lesson, right? All right. That time you're on special teams. At what point in time? But you played a lot of linebacker too.
Nah, so in the NFL, I ain't played a lot of linebacker. I'm always the backup. I was the guy that played all the positions as far as linebacker. That if they needed to, they can plug me into any one of them junks. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the playbook. They know what's up. When I was with Dean Pease and we got the Titans, that's probably the most I played linebacker because he didn't care about who he put in. He put in and let you go to work. So about him.
Like, let me ask you this: when you got your shot to go beat a linebacker on defense, what was going through your head? Like, you played years and years of special team ball. You like Pro Bowl on the Pro Bowl ballot for special teams. Like almost 7 out of 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for sure. So you get to that point. What was going through your head when you get you really get that goal? Like, hey man, we need you to come out here and be the guy. What was going through your head?
I just wanted to get the job done, do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's everything you've already seen before. You know, football, just especially defense, you just piece it all together. It might be nickel, it might be base, but most of the time you're gonna be doing the same thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just some of that, just knowing what I'm supposed to do. Just wait on that chance. You know what I'm saying? I always been the guy just waiting on my chance as far as when it came to the NFL. So yeah, when I got that chance, I know I'm going that bitch and rock out. You know what I'm saying? I had that chance in Oakland when we had two linebackers go down. So it was me and the rookie out there. We still come out, win the game, don't give them tugs, you know what I'm saying? Playing 30 plus plays. Coaches literally tell me they didn't think I could get it done type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't know my background before that. You know what I'm saying? Type. But I knew from then on, like, how I got to carry myself from then on. That was my 4th year in the league. So, you know what I'm saying? Peas came after that. So I learned to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like Trooper Taylor say, be ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Man, come on, man. Yeah. Come on. No, that and a lot of times people don't realize how much football plays into life lessons. Like, so what you see out there on that field is cool, but you know, when it comes time down to it, like, man, be ready so you got to get ready, man. Like, prepare ahead of time so when your name is called, you know what's going on. I resonate with that. That resonates a lot with me. And another question I had as far as your NFL time. So you with the Titans, then you come down to the Falcons. Now I'm from Atlanta. Love Atlanta. Love the Falcons, right or wrong. I talk about them when it's bad. And when it's good,
I talk about them all the time, bro. I'm a dog in them, bro.
Hey man, look, in Atlanta, bro, like it's so many folks that talk bad about the Falcons, but we love them though. You feel me? It's like you got a girlfriend who don't care nothing about you, but you still love her. Like, that girl don't care nothing about me, man. She out here with shout them, buddy them. Yeah. But at the end of the day, guess what? Like, you know, that's my girl. Yeah, that's how the Falcons is. When you came to the Falcons, how hard were, and a lot of people say people don't come to Atlanta because of the nightlife in Atlanta. They say players don't want to come here because they want to stay focused. For somebody who came as a free agent to the Falcons, how much did the nightlife play into your decision, and did you think about it at all?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, that sound like cap because first of all, always in Flowery Branch.
Right.
You ain't driving no hour and a half to go get turned up and then driving no hour. Man, come on, bro. If you doing, you playing with your life.
Right.
You feel me? Like, if you say that, bro, you just on some other shit. You just ain't caring about football. Right. So I put that, you know what I'm saying, as far as that should, you know what I'm saying, by the time I signed there, I'm 30 years old. So that nightlife me, it ain't that. And then plus my sister been living in Atlanta for 15 years. She went to Kennesaw.
Okay, so
I've been out there. I had to stay with her the whole summer type. You know, my senior year, my mama sent me out there, so I know what Atlanta can bring. I done been out there.
Right.
Went to Auburn. You know, we used to go to Atlanta all the time.
But that wasn't there, man. It's an hour depending on where you're going.
You hear me? We get real fast.
50 minutes. How you drive? You talking about?
You hear me? So it's like that. I don't know, that nightlife thing. It ain't nothing to me, but I can understand. I can see how it can affect people that's not probably not, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's not used to Atlanta. Like I know people from Texas, from Kentucky, they ain't never been to Atlanta before. I'd be like, what? You ain't never been to the A?
Right.
You black and you ain't never been to the A.
You ain't been to Wakanda.
That's what I'm saying. So like, so I didn't been around a guy like that they didn't get out there to the A and be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? They get hit. So it's like, I can see how it plays both ways, but I mean, I feel like that can be in any city. I used to get lit in St. Louis, and it's St. Louis, and people be like, "You was lit in St. Louis?" Like, hell yeah! You mean?
Man, listen, I got a partner from St. Louis, man. Like, my little brother signed to a record label, and he get out there, and dude from St. Louis, I forgot his name, but man, he said, man, hey, look, bro, it's so many in St. Louis, bro. Like they, like.
Yeah.
Like he was like,
Yeah.
bro, he was like, hey, bro, listen, man. Like, man, I can't believe I'm saying this on my show. I ain't cursed not one time all year. Bates, hey, man, look, if this go left, you got to bring me on Raw Room, man.
Hey, yeah, hey, the Raw Room, but don't nobody care no more. The Raw Room is gonna make it okay for everybody, bro. Raw Room gonna make it okay.
Yeah, no, for real though, man. Like, man, dog, like St. Louis ain't no town. It sound like St. Louis, but it don't sound
it ain't like that. Exactly, bro. I be trying to tell people, bro. St. Louis like that.
Man, so Atlanta, you in here, you got Grady Jarrett. How good is Grady Jarrett? Is like 5'11" at the most.
He Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play with Aaron Donald as well. He like Grady Jarrett is similar to Aaron Donald.
How?
First of all, we're gonna start with size. Like you just said, he 5'10", 5'11". Aaron, if you think Aaron Donald taller than 6 foot, you're crazy.
Right. Okay.
He ain't no bigger than whatever his weight, 280. It don't matter how much he weigh because they power come from down low. Right. Both of them legs ain't that big.
Right.
You know, so they generate power from the bottom up, the ground up. They quick. They both got hands. They both make plays in the backfield. Yeah. Aaron Donald do way more flashier, I would say. Way more flashier plays, but he also was playing on a way more flashier team. Right. Since we have the Atlanta Falcons been on anybody's ESPN other than blowing it. Okay. So if I'm just saying, and I can't even play bias right now because I've been on both teams, been with both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see Aaron Donald in games against the Seattle Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch 4th and 1 in the game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see him do that by himself. Right. So I didn't see Grady in the game by himself on some sack, forced fumble type shit. So when it comes
so basically you saying like you feel like if everything being equal, not saying that Grady Jarrett is just like Aaron Donald, but
Grady Jarrett had a little bit, if he had obviously a little more skill set than Aaron, because I would say Aaron Donald quicker.
Right.
Faster with his hands, faster with his feet. You know, so I give him all of that. But maybe if Grady had a little more extra around him, you know, a little better passer, like, you know, he didn't have Vaughn, you know, he didn't have Rob Quinn, he didn't have all type of these real speed rushers.
Right.
Guys got to flare and get out before they can help him, you know what I'm saying, help him on the inside. So I feel like it's been both. It can play both ways if you see it that way. But me being a football guy, I just feel like trying not to be biased. Both of them boys are dogs, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good to hear because like I'm a Grady Jarrett fan, so a lot of folks be like, oh, like Falcons fans, we don't care nothing about that. They just like get rid of all of them. We don't care who doing good. Oh, but such and such doing good. Get rid of him too. No, man, they give it to the community. We don't need it. Like that type. Like, you know, Atlanta ruthless, man. But look, so while we on the Falcons, man, you got Arthur Smith. You played with him in Tennessee. You played with him in Atlanta. What's special about Arthur Smith and why you think he should still be the coach of the Falcons?
I mean, he learning from a tree coming from the, you know, a part of the branch of the Bill Belichick tree, you know, coming through Vrabel. And me, I respect that tree as far as the way they coach the game of football.
Okay.
It's very detailed, work hard. I mean, as you can see, I would think, you know what I'm saying, with the Titans having the last couple of years, having the injury issues that come from practicing hard, working hard, being a run team at that for them, And Atlanta kind of doing the same thing with their rookie running back.
Algiers.
You hear me? He just had 1,000. So they building. I think he's trying to build off of that. That same type of Tennessee attack where he's going to be building the run game to build off Drake London. To build off of not Proof. My boy.
Right.
Build off of him. You know what I'm saying? And all these names. Too many names I gotta go through. Too many names. So I see it, but I see it though what he's trying to build, and it's like that push as far as you have to find those 2 to 3 things. I feel like every NFL team they go in the offseason thinking, all right, what are these things? These 2 to 3 things we need. Might need a quarterback. We might need some defense. We might need some DBs. Something that can get us over the edge of what we accomplished the previous year. Right. So they're going in. I feel like they're gonna build off the defense, make that better, build off the skill play guys, and obviously gonna have the quarterback come in there and try to build his own play up. That's gonna be his whole separate thing in itself.
You think he the guy? You like Ritter?
Not my type of quarterback personally,
okay. Right?
But I can see where he can get some things done.
Okay, I'm with that. I feel the same way. Like, if it was me, if I'm the GM, I'd probably go a different direction. Yeah. But seeing what the Falcons have going on, can he be serviceable enough to figure it out and win some games in the NFC South? Absolutely.
So in his circumstances, I can see him thriving and being successful in the league, the division he in. Right. I can see him doing some things, especially when Art, and then the offensive mastermind. So he gonna come with the certain personnel and the plays that can
make it right for him.
He really get comfortable, then he gonna turn up. I think.
Let me ask you this: how good is Derrick Henry, and how hard is it to hit him?
Look, I ain't never had to hit that young fella, and I will never have to ever, ever. Look, in practice, we don't tackle for real, so I ain't gotta do all that. You know, but he a dog. I do know that. I know once you get Derrick Henry on that track and he get in that 3rd and 4th step, it's gonna be hard to stop him. I've seen the biggest of the biggest get slapped down and the littlest of the littlest get flicked out. So he like that. I think he gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. AJ Brown. How bad was it for the Titans to let AJ Brown go?
I said this the day it happened. Hell, first of all, I was saying the days before. That's my dog. We always talking da-da-da. But you see the makeup of how they running the team and how the personnel that's being brought in and out, and you don't see a replacement or 3 replacements for AJ Brown. It's gonna be a problem. And I said that. I said it's gonna be a problem when number 11 lead that locker room. It's going to be a problem.
Right.
And we always saw that.
No, I believe you said it too, because everything you say kind of like, I watch the Raw Room, and when you be on something, I'm like, bro, like he ain't saying it like in the South we got a saying to say, I ain't saying what I think, I'm saying what I know.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like this ain't, I ain't pulling this out of nowhere. This ain't coming out the this. You feel me? I got something to go with it. Man, Bates, where can everybody find you at, dog?
Now, everybody can find me, obviously the Raw Room, Raw _ room. That's on social media, all social medias. Westland _ 56 on Instagram, DB _ 5 Trey on Twitter. You see us on TikTok, YouTube, all that. Just type in Daren Bates, type in Raw Room. We coming up.
Hey man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If it ever come down to a Genfred contest in Auburn, he the only person that beat me on the sideline. So I'm gonna tell you, next time, bro, you better come with some Gucci or something, baby.
Come on,
I'm on your head, fool. Nah, for sure, man. Casual Flex, we out, big dog.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.